Hey, welcome back to another exciting head scratching episode of Insane Disappearances. I am your host, as usual, the most, out of the most. And tonight, I want to talk about a couple of things. My whole shtick about what's doing all this, and the seriousness of it, and how serious I am. And I also want to talk about a man who went missing not too long ago, and his body was found in an area called Bluff Knoll. Body discovered during the search for missing photographer Matthew Dwyer. Now it says here that the search for wildlife photographer Matthew Dwyer in the Stirling Ranges has come to a tragic end as police looking for the man found a body on Thursday afternoon. Now the 51-year-old's backpack and car keys were found on the mountain on Wednesday, actually, the highest peak in the Stirling Ranges. Now, while his camera van also was located in a nearby car park. Wow. Now, Dwyer, he was a celebrated photographer. He had climbed, the bluff. He had climbed Bluff Knoll several times. He also had taken a prized picture of a quokka there just last year. Don't know what that is actually, but I'll find out. Maybe one of you guys know. Guys and gals, that is. Now. He was last seen by other hikers, and this was near the top of the Bluff Knoll. Camera in his hand during what he was passionate about the most, and that is, I guess, climbing that peak, or climbing to that peak. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, now another thing too, the police were notified, he was missing at around 7:30 a.m. on Wednesday when Dwyer's belongings were found on the mountain. And this was by the same hikers, his Nissan, camper van, still in the Knoll Bluff parking lot, car park. Wow. Yeah, they said some hikers that found his belongings in his car, in that car park. That's crazy. Now, searchers working at the base of the steep incline of the bluff have located a male person who we believe to be the missing person, Matthew Dwyer of Washington. This is what the police were saying on Thursday. This is actually obviously what they said after the fact. I guess it was just, to me, it was kind of weird how they placed everything on here, but at least they're getting the word out there. Now, Thursday's tragedy is actually the third emergency to happen in the Stirling Ranges. Okay. And that's all this week. As two people were rescued on Sunday and Monday. And also the body of 39-year-old Mandura woman, Lorgie Bautista, was also found on the Bluff Knoll at the bottom of a steep incline in May. Boy. I mean, when you go out there, you have to be fully prepared. I'm talking bundled up as all get out. I mean, you probably have to look like, little Ralphie from the Christmas Story just to stay warm. And you got to have the right shoe gear, for whatever you're up there for. You got to have spikes on your boots and all this stuff. You got to be able to climb up there. You got to have, gloves that can grip the snow. You got to have all that stuff. I'm not an expert, but I've seen it, in action. So I know that's what you need. But if you don't have that, or if you lose your step at any rate, you could suffer from a light avalanche that may have you tumbling down into, like they said, that little peak area, So, or the steep incline, you could fell off because of that. But as far as the other cases, my YouTube family, the ones that get even weirder than the ones like the ones here. I'm talking about the ones that boggle your mind so much that you just be like, wow. And then you think about how it all gets done. You think about how everybody's found. You think about how they're, how they can just vanish without a trace or whatever. The way I see it, anything that could basically kill you without leaving a mark on any part of your body or with leaving any kind of evidence that would show that it was killed, let alone not show what it is, who it is, what it could be. I don't think I want to know. Because obviously, whatever it is, it does not want to be found. And I'm going to respect that. I don't want to know what it is. Because I put it to you like this here. Knowing that something like that exists, that's all I need to know. Yeah. Knowing something like that exists, when it can tell you in the evidence, in the scenes that are found, that yes, I did this, and no, you cannot stop me. Yeah, I'm not messing with that. Now, I do want these people to be found. Make no mistake. I want to present hope, but I also want to present the truth. If the scene is found in these ways so many times, and I know enough to say that knowing something like that exists, that's all I need to know. It's time for you to wake up and listen. You can come up with all the analogies you want. You can come up with all the ideas of what you think it could be. That's logical. But to know that it can kill without leaving any evidence whatsoever, I'm talking about what it was killed by, how it was killed. The killing alone boggles your mind to the point where you just stay confused. And that's what it wants to do. It wants to keep us confused. I welcome that, because if you can do something like that and never be caught, I don't want to know. I really don't. All I need to know is that you exist, or it exists, or I don't even know what to call it. And I think that's very important. I don't think you want to know what it's called. I know I don't. So that's that. I'm going to continue to do what I got to do every day, all day. Every time I post a video, that's not going to stop. But I just figured that out. I had to sit here and think about that. Just like that post that I made on Facebook. For the ones that are my friends on Facebook. When I posted that, I was thinking about it then. And I'm thinking about it now. And I do not want to know what it is. If it is that crafty and that clever and that devious and that confident in making sure that it is never found out about or figured out. I want to know. So, for anybody else that's doing that, making sure that nobody knows. Anyway, but yeah, so that's what it is. Yep, that's what it is. So I just wanted to post that because I meant to make a video about the previous information about him, but I had a lot of things going on, so I didn't get to it in time enough, to have an update. So I'm doing this now. But yeah, I heard about it a couple of weeks ago, and well, I seen it up here at the time when it was first posted, and I kept saying I gotta make a video, but it's just there was no time, for me at that point, and I'm getting that time now because it's my day off. So, but yeah, that is about the size of it, people. I came here to say that. I came here to let you know that no matter how excited I may seem on my show, I'm always serious about everything that I say. But see, that's the thing. I don't want to present more sadness by staying too serious about the matter. I want to have a hopeful energy about me at the time. I want these people to be found just as much as the next person. So that's what I do. I present hope. I bring hope. But I also bring awareness and truth. The ultimate truth. And sometimes, if I have to say, it's better you not know what it is. Sometimes that's the best answer as well. Because if I have to know something like that, I definitely would not want to know. And I don't. So knowing that he can do that, that's enough. Knowing that something like that exists, that's all I need. So without further ado, even if you want to talk about something else, this is something I've been meaning to talk about towards the end. If there are any Sliders fans out there who is connected to what the like of that show is connected to all the other things out there. If you are out there is a Twitter page filled with fans who post clips from that show. I do a lip sync routine about my favorite episodes. From the very first episode up until some of my favorites towards in the middle. But there is a petition going on right now for people who want the show to return, because they left us. If you're a fan, just want to say, and if you know what I'm talking about, they left us in a pinch. When Remy went through that portal with that virus, and I believe it was like a bloodborne pathogen, or it's basically AIDS or cancer to the Cro-Mags, if you know what I'm talking about, like I said. But yeah, they got a petition going on this Twitter page, and I'll get it up real quick. I should have been looking for it before, but I was busy talking about the other stuff. So, but these guys are, amazing, because they're just as adamant about that show as I am. I know every episode because I watched it more times than once. I can call it out. I can lip sync every single episode to a T. I can get it right. I practice sometimes, but to get it right, I can sit there and lip sync an entire episode, and it's just fun. I just love doing that. So, okay, that would be. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm on the right page here, because I got 3 actually. All right. But yeah, Sliders. I love that show. I love it. It's an amazing show, and it really brought to the mind about fantasy, and and putting adding fantasy and reality to the mix. Now, I'm not saying the whole wormhole thing is a fantasy. I'm saying this being a reality, and adding the idea of something that is actually real to a TV show, and you can tweak it, and you learn. We already know about different dimensions and parallel Earths that are opposite to this one and all that stuff. So the show has merit to a lot of the theory that's out there, And I came up with a lot of ideas for the new season, and it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. But yeah, I even put an idea about if Quinn Mallory was to finally become unstuck again, he comes back into the physical plane. He's been let's just say he's been stuck for so long that his body has been fused with wormhole energy, right? So when he finally gets out, he finds out that he's able to track wormholes just by, he'll feel the wormhole coming, and let's just say his body's energy is connected with the energy from the wormhole. It becomes an extension of him, so he can detect it, he can feel it, he knows what it's all about, he knows what it can do. It can actually, and then he finds out he can open up a wormhole without the use of that darn remote control. Think about it. It's a pretty good idea. I thought about that. That was my idea. So if you're a Sliders fan, I'm trying to find it right now. Like I said, I have to actually go to my actual page just to find it, though, on my profile, because it'll have all the tweets from there. So, let me see. Oh, here we go. It's called Slide Cage. Now there is another channel. It's called Brainback Sliders. Okay, if you go to hashtag Brainback Sliders, you follow it, and if you're a beginner, it'll probably have it's where you can put your vote in for the show, bring it back. Like I said, there's a petition going on. You'll see the petition up there, and if you've seen them before, it has these petitions where it has like 50% or 98%, and if you be one of the 98%, that's just bringing in more, names, of people that want to bring back that show. And I really do, because it left us in such a, I was upset, because I want to know what happened to Remy. I want to know if he survived, because the seer said that as soon as he steps out that wormhole, he's going to die, because they're waiting for him, because they can track wormholes. So they knew he was coming once he opened up that wormhole, and they just stood there with their laser guns pointed right at the wormhole. As soon as he slides out, bam, they got him. They just shoot to kill. Now, do they know he was coming with that virus? Maybe. Or he caused enough ruckus for them to know who he is. So if you are a Sliders fan, they got different ones. They got Slide Cage. This is just another site or another page for Slider fans. So there's several, as you can see. So you got the Slide Cage, and you got hashtag Brainback Sliders. But you also got I Love Sliders. You can go there on Twitter. I Love Sliders. Oh, okay. This is what the petition looks like right here. See it? So if you get on there, you see the name of it is Slide Cage. That's the petition. So if you want to go on there, if you're a Sliders fan, you vote on what you want. And it says, Jim, it said, okay, what should a timer be powered by in an upcoming Brainback Sliders? And so 45% of the people said a gym, because a lot of people said battery, the sun, or other. I think it should be controlled by Quinn, or anybody that's been in a wormhole for so long, or wormhole energy. He's stuck inside the void itself. Just like how Colin got split into like 100 Collins, and he got sent off in all these different worlds. So now they got to find the original, and then they got to get Quinn unstuck. Like I said, when he comes out, I think he should be the one to control, the wormholes. But I'm going to say Jim too, and then add a quote. But yeah. But yeah, my friends, that's all I'm saying. All I can tell you is that that's what you do. You go up there, you find those particular ones that I mentioned, and they'll have a petition on there, and it's just basically a vote for whatever, and the higher the votes, they use that for the petition, all that stuff. But if you go to Brainback Sliders, you'll see all that. So yeah. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening with my family. My cousins coming into town. I'll be having taco night. Woo, woo, woo. Love tacos. Oh, yeah. Especially the homemade ones. So, without further ado, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to let you guys enjoy your night. I'm going to let you guys enjoy this as well and get my thoughts on what this thing could be. So, I say to you, you need to stop. Because if it can do all that, I don't want to know what it is. I just need to know that it exists, and that's it. So, for the ones that want to try and figure it out, don't. Because if you do find out what it is, you may be met with a very typical end that is just as the same as those that's happening right now. I'm just saying. I just, I'm going to keep on doing what I do, but that's all I need to know. That kind of thing exists. I'm just saying. Anyway. So, aloha. Bam. Mahalo. Ooh. And hoo-hoo. Peace out, brother. And peace out, wahine.